Hi, thanks for joining me. We are starting to embark on part 2 of the 5 seasons of connection to your love partner. In part 2, I call this the 5 elements of awareness. So these are really more strategies and tactics so that you can understand both yourself and your partner in a deeper, more profound way. So the 5 elements of awareness that we talk about include attachment style. And this sounds very psychologically intense, and there is a little bit of that to it, I'm not gonna lie. But part of who we are really stems from how we learned about relationships in the first place. Who were our profound love relationship role models? And what did we learn from our first love relationships, which would have been with our caregivers? Right? So either our parents, our grandparents, or extended family, or people in our community. So attachment theory and attachment styles is the first element of awareness. The second one is our core values. So who are we in the world? What are the things that we believe, and what do we fight for? Like, what are the values that define who we are? Those are critical in love relationships because we could have perpetual conflict with our partner and it go on for a very long time because we don't get to the fact that it's a core value conflict. And some of these are the unsolvables, right? Some of these are not able to be solved. So we need to find workarounds, or we need to find compromises, or we need to decide that we just don't argue about these things because it's a no-win situation. We are just polar opposites on one of our values, and that really makes it very hard to move forward because you can't necessarily just give up your values, right? So once you understand them, you can start to see who you are in the world and what you fight for, what you believe in the deepest. The third element of awareness is our communication style. So this has several sub-levels to it, but it includes things like our love languages. It includes things like our masculine and our feminine energy, and that has nothing to do with if you're a man or a woman. Every person has masculine and feminine energy and communication styles, right? So what do you operate more often in, and what would be the flip side for you? Understanding communication is more than words, right? Communication of words is just one piece of it. There is body language. There are nonverbal communication strategies. There's so much in communication. It really is this master umbrella, but we're going to break down a couple of the different pieces underneath communication that I think are the most important for your love relationship. The next element of awareness that we're going to talk about is personality type. And this one surprised me when I was thinking about it because I thought, I'm not sure if this really matters. But in actual fact, I decided it does. Because when we know our personalities, our temperaments, our natural ways of being in the world, we can definitely find common ground and build bridges to each other. Now, this does not mean if you do the Myers-Briggs or the DISC or an Enneagram or Zodiac or whatever personality test you want to be doing, that is definitive and that kind of puts you in a box. In actual fact, that's not true at all. But if you do have some personality traits that are stronger and they can be measured in some way, it might provide more information as to how you operate in the world, how you see the world, how you see different experiences, how you understand things to unfold for you, right? If you know that you're this kind of person, if this really fits who you are, and your partner is a different personality type, you can find, oh wow, that makes perfect sense actually. And it becomes this very easy solvable issue where you can then move into the solving of the conflict or solving of the disagreement or building the bridge that's stronger because it's not personal, right? Personality types take our personal feelings out of it and it puts us over here and it says, oh, okay, well, if I'm this and my partner is this, then I really don't need to feel personally attacked when they do this because that's kind of their personality. That's their temperament, right? It just really helps us understand ourselves and our partners in a different level so that we aren't feeling like there's something personally happening. It really is just accepting who they are and who we are as the package of genetic and environmental experiences all bundled together. And then the last part of our elements of awareness is our intimacy plans. So there are 7 layers of intimacy, and I put this as a section under elements of awareness because I think we sometimes feel intimacy is one thing, right? We think it's that one specific thing, and it's not. Intimacy covers many different categories of our life, and once you understand all 7 layers of intimacy, you can see how they work together in tandem to bring us to the pinnacle of togetherness, right? It isn't just one thing. You can be physically intimate with someone and be emotionally shut down, right? You can be, intimate in one way and absolutely not intimate in another, and you really feel like your relationship is not a success. So it takes all the different components of intimacy for them working together to feel like you have an intimacy plan, that you are intimate with your partner in every way, that you have that relationship of your dreams. And so understanding all 7 areas of intimacy, and then if you're low in an area, if you feel like that isn't one of your strengths, there's some ideas to boost it. There's a whole section in your workbook on ways to boost each different category in the 7 ways. So the elements of awareness are really this fantastic opportunity to go deeper, right? To get into those quiet corners of your relationship and say, what else is going on in there, right? We understand our seasons. We know who we are in winter. We know our fight patterns. We know our conflict, habits. We know where that all came from. We know how to spring clean out of it. We know how to get out of our winter storms. We know what our very best summer looks like. We know what fall looks like. What are those creepy little pests that, sneak into the garden that kind of pull us back towards winter? And then we know what the crossroads looks like. Where do we stand in making decisions? How do we decide if we're going to winter or summer? So we get the season framework, and this is this deeper, richer, more profound layer, right? It is those darker recesses of the corner. Once we understand these 5 elements of awareness, our relationship becomes pretty unstoppable, unbreakable, unwavering in its commitment to the love story that we've created, right? We are bonded in such deep and profound ways. It really is the greatest gift we have for ourselves and for the person we love the most in the world. And that is just this beautiful, incredibly strong and powerful place to be. So I'm so excited to guide you on this journey through the 5 elements of awareness, and I will see you in the next video.